With the prolific use of technology and online shopping, we live in a society where we want everything instantaneous. And who can deny the convenience of purchasing at just a click away? And even more so for all us ladies, imagine expanding a whole new wardrobe all at your fingertips. Ooh, sale!
One of the earliest known web purchases happened when Amazon was launched as an online bookseller. The internet has allowed companies like Fashion Valley to emerge as one of the big players in the local e-commerce industry. Fashion Valley is an online retail website which carries the best homegrown brands and designers. And since the website started in 2010, they have received customers from Malaysia and around the region, all buying local products. And this is the woman behind it all, co-founder and managing director, Vivi Yusuf.
What is the philosophy here at Fashion Valley?
Our philosophy is we're trying to not just do it for ourselves, but also the whole local fashion industry as a whole. On top of that as well, trying to develop the e-commerce industry in Malaysia, which is not yet where we want it to be. So we're trying to educate people to shop online, to be more developed. But it's not easy, educating people to shop online because people in Malaysia especially, they're very used to Insta shops, very used to blog shops. When we post something up on our social media, they ask, how do I buy this? So people are still not understanding that there is an online store now. You can purchase directly, you can pay there.
So you have a shopping basket.
Yeah.
You just click whatever you like.
And after you buy, you'll get it the next day.
The next day?
Yeah.
That's for Malaysian
yeah, but even
market.
Singapore, sometimes you get it the next day as well. But we promise about 3 to 5 working days.
Set up Fashion Valley. What were some of the challenges that you faced?
When I started, there were only 10 brands, as opposed to now, 3 years on, we have 300 brands. So when we started, it was hard to convince the brands, because it was a whole new thing. It's not new in the world, but it's new in
Malaysia.
It took some time, there was a lot of meetings back and forth, and I had nothing to show because the website wasn't up. Some of them, we literally had to find their email, their contact, knock on their doors, that kind of thing.
Do you have any ultimate goals? You've already achieved so much.
For Fashion Valley, I hope to be more international. So I hope to have offices in the major cities in the ASEAN countries. So that's what we're working on right now.
But what advice would you have to girls out there who want to emulate, in your footsteps and maybe take a step into the fashion world and explore what opportunity there is, in the industry? I
would really say stay close to your family, because I find that if you have a lot of personal problems, it's hard to keep a peace of mind even at work. So I do find that, once you have a happy home, you will have a happy life.
Indeed, some of the most successful people I know often speak of the importance of family and home. So it's no surprise that Vivi, along with her husband Fadza, have led Fashion Valley to turn from a humble company with only 10 brands into a successful corporation with over 15,000 products. And speaking of which, Megan will be meeting another entrepreneur who also started everything at her humble home. When it comes to the overall trend, fashionistas are pretty much at two ends of a spectrum. Some are willing to embrace this 90s style in their adult years, while others believe that it should stay in the children's clothing section. But overalls are perhaps one of the most versatile fashion items. They are pants which you can layer underneath or on top of them. Let me show you how you can wear overalls without looking like an overgrown kid. If you're petite like me, long overalls can overwhelm your small frame. So pick a short overall that allows you to attempt this trend in a more flattering way. A traditional blue denim overall can be worn over any print or pattern because, let's face it, denim goes well with almost everything. I've chosen this long sleeve striped crop top for a fresh and flirty look with a retro feel. Wear your overall with a pair of wedge to look more mature, or take your look for an urban spin with a pair of comfy flats. Finally, complete the look with some adult accessories like this embellished necklace to take your overall from elementary school to high street. Alternatively, for an edgy and androgynous look, unbuckle one of the straps and let it hang loose. But make sure that the fit is right and your overall doesn't come off as too baggy, or you may lose the stylish appeal and right proportions. Layer a loose blouse with floral prints underneath if you don't want to lose that feminine touch. And since you're already embracing the 90s trend, you may as well bring back another reinvented 90s fashion trend by throwing in a pair stretch sneakers. See, it's not that difficult to pull off overalls without looking like a farm girl or a complete kiddo. All you gotta do is pair them with the right top, shoes, and accessories, and you're all set to hit the streets in style.
Coming up next on G-Thang. So what say you in those heels? Do you think you can beat me, Vivi?
What is morning without sunshine? What is a rainbow without colors? And what is success without friends to share it with? Meet Amira, the operation manager and right hand of Whimsy Girl, who landed this job with the help of her best friend. Whimsy Girl is a ready-to-wear children's label that offers tasteful, traditional, and casual wear with a design philosophy that integrates culture, comfort, and character.
How did it come about? Like, how did you get into Whimsy Girl?
I just left my previous job back then, and I needed a backup plan before leaving. I've always wanted to write children's books right around the time when I was, soul searching. My friend Shazana, she was looking for someone to help her with her brand because she started this brand and then she was ready to expand it, so she needed a hand. So I was like, okay, while I do my researching and whatever, I can help her.
How did your mom feel about it though?
She wasn't really happy at first, but she's always the kind that you have to go into corporate and make it big.
And there's an interesting story behind the name, right? Whimsy Girl. Tell me about it.
Back in Melbourne, when we were studying, she wanted to start a blog to document her inspirations, and she was about to get married at that time. She's always liked all these whimsical things. We've been referring to her as this whimsical girl, so we combined the two into Whimsy Girl. So when she wanted to start her business, it was just a natural move to, just use Whimsy Girl. It's just that we have a bit of a problem with boys.
But your kids, what do they know? They're a little boy wearing Whimsy Girl. It's fine, right?
Moms are normally okay, not fathers.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Daddies are a bit, can't let my son wear Whimsy Girl.
Okay. And now you are a wife, and I'm sure someday you would have kids of your own. A daughter, perhaps, you can dress her up in Whimsy Girl.
Yes,
Yeah.
hopefully.
What kind of important life lessons or values that you would like to instill in your daughter?
Just be comfortable in your skin, and it's okay to be different, just like how I learned it with Shazana. You don't have to try so hard to impress people. Things will fall accordingly,
You can tell that Amira and Shazana are still close despite being business partners, which is quite rare because more often than not, people say working together ruins friendships. Well, clearly not in their case. Now let's see what happens when two friends work against each other in a little indoor playground. There's just something sexy and captivating about having tanned skin. Maybe it's the healthy glow, or the exotic look, or the fact that it makes you look slimmer. But not many girls enjoy the idea of achieving this look purely by staying under the scorching sun. Well, here's how to look like a bronze goddess without suffering from sunburns. Start off by mixing a bit of liquid luminizer and some liquid foundation that is one shade darker than your skin tone for a bronze and illuminating complexion. One very important tip, do not forget the neck. Then lightly sweep some bronzer all over your face and neck like how you would apply loose powder. Focus more bronzer on the cheeks for a sun-kissed flush. Next, apply a shimmery peach cream eyeshadow all over your eyelids as a base color. Pack some gold eyeshadow on the inner half of your eyelids for a brightening effect. Apply some bronze eyeshadow on the outer half of your eyelids, focusing on the outer V to create depth. After that, use a brown pencil eyeliner to rim your upper lash line and the outer half of your lower lash line to further define the shape of your eye. Stick to brown color to stay within the neutral earthy tones. With a small brush, soften the top and bottom eyeliner with some dark brown eyeshadow. Now highlight your tear duct area with a light shimmery eyeshadow to really open up the eyes. Then use the same color to highlight your brow bone and enhance the shape of your brows. Apply a few coats of mascara to bring out those eyelashes. Last but not least, complete your look with some lip color by applying a neutral red lipstick and topping it off with some nude lip gloss. Well, if you're afraid of smudges, use a lip brush for more precision. And that's all you need to do to look like a sizzling hot bronze goddess. Just minutes in front of the mirror and 0 time in the sun. And it sure costs a lot less than those fake tanning machines.
No doubt golf has a massive following, although not quite as many as Vivi right here. But nevertheless, I hear it's also very, very addictive. And fortunately for newbies like us, you can now try miniature golf, and that's why we're here at Malaysia's first ever miniature golf course right here at Mini Putt. So what say you in those heels? Do you think you can beat me, Vivi?
I'll beat you off the course, girlfriend.
We'll see about that. Did you know that mini golf is also called crazy golf? And with good reason. It focuses solely on the putting aspect of its parent game. It's played on courses consisting of a series of holes similar to golf. Things are going pretty well so far. Clearly, I'm in the lead. Guys, try not to get distracted by all those moving obstacles. Focus on finding the most efficient path to every hole. Okay, you're disqualified. Body posture is key here, though I'm not sure if those heels are going to do Vivi any good. Wait a minute, something's not right with Vivi's strategy. That's it, she's cheating! But it's okay lah, I'll give her a chance. I'm assisting her to cheat. You see that? That was clearly 20.
I appreciate
it. Only make putts when you're relaxed and confident in your approach. Like me. See? Wait, what? This is what I get for showing off. Man, that's just embarrassing. So both are tu lah. Right. Okay.
Don't cheat, ah.
So now where do we go next? Where do you want to go?
That one.
Okay, let's take the roller coaster. Look, okay, so if you take a look at the scorecard, it's all very, very simplified. I've already done the calculations and mine was 2, hers is 1 million. And just so you know, the less you have, the better. So officially, I am the winner.
No, officially, you suck at math.
And Vivi's the charity case. She's second best, so I put second best. And I gave you a smiley face.
Somewhere.
And I gave you a smiley face. Safe to say, I cheated for her, so I gave her all my points.
But really,
which worked out good for me.
The conclusion of the day is that we're sticking to our day jobs and we're not going to golf.
We might need a coach if we do want to be pro. Yes. Coming up next on G-Thang.
Oh man, I don't even know how to interact with kids.
As girls, it's safe to say fashion is one of the things that we pay attention to. Sometimes we even remember people by what they wear. Not just girls these days, guys too. But not many of us may notice what children wear, unlike the people behind Whimsy Girl. Earlier, I met Amira, who spoke about her background and journey with Whimsy Girl. Well, today, I'll be meeting the founder and chief creative officer of the brand, Shazana, to learn more about the label and how it all started.
I think the first year I got married, I think it was my birthday that I bought myself my first sewing machine.
Oh, okay.
To sew and all that. And then my niece was conceived at that time. So that, okay, I knew so I can sew for her. So that's how I picked up sewing and I started making clothes for children. We started getting orders and all these custom orders for baby quilts and baby blankets and bibs and all that. I didn't really market, it's just like word of mouth.
Did you study fashion design?
I studied architecture. Oh, my architect on paper.
So it's kind of like designing.
It's design.
Except that you're doing clothes.
Yeah, exactly. But even when you study architecture, a lot of door opens for you. Because the elements that I pick up from architecture, I actually apply it to my clothes and my design. You would come up with a concept and the ideas, how functional it is, and then that's the same with clothing.
So when do you do the creative process?
I don't think it works for me personally that I have to sit down, okay, think of ideas.
It never comes.
It doesn't happen that way. You need to move around.
So
And
you're inspired by everything
so
around you.
yeah, exactly. So sometimes like right before I go to sleep and the idea would come. So and then, okay, no, I can't sleep. I had to go to work. So,
And through your soul-searching phase though, was your family supportive of that?
my mom understood, and my dad has always taught me that since I was little, if you want to do anything, just make sure you put your heart and soul to it. So he knew if my heart's not in architecture, even if I were to go to work, it's not going to do anything for me. So if like this is what you want to do, just do it. When I first started, people look at me like, seriously, you have an architecture degree and you're not doing anything with it, and you're doing this sewing thing from home, and people don't really take me seriously, and you don't have a 9-to-5 job. But I say, like, I stuck to my guns and I said, I want to do this.
How did you rope in Amira and now your husband?
With Amira, we were just lucky because she's my best friend. I told her that I need another person to work with me, and then she was like, yeah, I'm contemplating on quitting. So she was more than happy to just join us, like, took me.
And
so
your husband?
My husband.
How did you
It
talk
took
him
him a while.
to-
It took him a while. When he was working, he would go away for like 2 months at a time.
Right,
and we
offshore
have a young child. It's like, it's really difficult. He had a really good childhood. He remembered his dad was always around. So he wanted that for his son as well. So that's why.
So at the workplace, do you forget that you're husband and wife and just
I
friends?
mean, that's like pretty much all the time. Like, because we're so close to each other.
You're like
we
best friends.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there are times that we're like more husband and wife, but like most of the time we're like friends. So he tell you like it is, I tell you like it is. Like, you know, so like that's how we know each other. We try to just be upfront and be honest with each other.
But what do you think of the local children fashion industry though? Can
When
you
we
one by
first
you?
started, that was pretty much non-existent. But now, like, a few labels have started to come out, which is really fun. I don't think there's other ways for you to push yourself if you don't have any other competition. You'll be so complacent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think there's a lot of potential though when it comes to children's wear
Yes,
in Malaysia?
definitely. Yeah, because why not? Because rather like you spend so much money on these big international brands, why don't you support local brands? You know, there are so many talented designers coming out, even with the adults or with the women. So I'm so amazed how good they've got it. I don't see, because sometimes you look at the clothes, it's really Malaysian made. Like, so
Yeah,
I don't
right?
see why
'Cause
not
it
with
has
your.
the like international
Yeah,
appeal.
because like all these designers, sometimes they're exposed to a lot of like, you know, international cultures. They grow up abroad, so it's pretty much they say I don't see why Malaysian designers can't be as good as the international ones. So it applies the same to children's wear as well.
And what would your advice be to girls out there that when it comes to fashion and personal style?
The less is more. Less is more. I think applies to anything, to everyone. It's
No
so
matter
vast.
what
Yeah, no
age.
matter what. Like personally with designs,
Yeah.
I like to keep it simple. Just because something is simple doesn't mean it's not going to be as nice. You know, sometimes we have this idea of like, you know, you have to add more things to make it nicer. No, because you can bring out your personality more and simplicity.
From making children's clothes for Hari Raya, Shazana has expanded her brand into one of the most sought-after local children's fashion labels. Besides their online store and local bazaars, you can also find Whimsy Girl at their first flagship store in Publica. And from one mom to another, Nadia finds out from Vivi what it's like to be a young career mom.
You are a mom, a wife, a businesswoman, and on top of it all, of course, you're also a blogger. Have you always been passionate about these two things?
As much as I like fashion and shopping, I think I like business more than anything. So that's why I started Fashion Valley.
As a new mom, what's it like being a parent?
I used to travel a lot,
Yeah.
but with him, he's 8 months now, and ever since my 3rd trimester, plus 8 months, I haven't traveled
At all?
at all. I've been on day trips,
Yeah.
but I always have to come back. So he has just changed everything. I'm not very maternal, and I'm not into kids. Like,
Really?
yeah,
That's
like when I see
interesting you say
kids in the restaurant, I'm just like, oh man. When I was pregnant, I was like, oh man, how am I supposed to talk to my child? I don't even know how to interact with kids. I was quite stressed during my confinement. I was like, I don't know how to do this, you know, but with a lot of like my mother-in-law, and my husband helping, and without their help, I don't know how I'm gonna go to work. You know, yeah. Because I have my own business, I run my own company, so it's not a 9 to 6. Sometimes I need a lot of designers, so I have to go out, you know, or I have shoots or media interviews or anything. So it varies every day. The best thing is that I work with my husband. We're partners, so I get to have my husband and wife time as well.
You started donning the hijab not too long ago. How did your fans sort of react, or your followers react?
I come from a family that's quite religious. I do think the hijab industry now is booming, and more people are more accepting towards covering up. You know.
But did you have any negative feedback or comments from any followers?
Really, even the non-Muslim ones were like, oh,
very
you know,
supportive.
congratulations, you know, we'll support. Like, they've been supportive. Like,
So would you say that you're pretty much content with your life right now? Is there anything, do you have any big dreams that you have yet to achieve that's in the pipeline for you?
to say that you're not content means you're not grateful. So I am very grateful to whatever God's given me. At the same time, I have to balance that with wanting to work harder to get even more.
Finding that motivation and drive to continue to push on. I guess, that's a really good piece of advice.
Well, for me, I just want to be able to support my family as a whole, to live a comfortable life and get anything we want. But on top of that, also to enable that kind of luxury for my staff as well. I would like to develop Fashion Valley to become a profitable company, not just for me, but also for everyone.
Successful women like Vivi, Shazana, and Amira have proven that you should always dream big because that is the first step to success. As the saying goes, aim for the moon because even if you fall, you'll fall among the stars. Never give up on the things you have and always hope for the best. And most of all, have faith in your loved ones, people who will be with you every step of the way. And remember that even if you fail, there will always be someone by your side. Cherish your loved ones and never ever lose sight of them, in success or failure. Next week on G-Thang Year 2. Where am I going next?
You're gonna get adopted. We're here at Monica Bay and we're gonna release this little fella.